Hello and welcome back to marketplace.com, and this is tutorial 101 in a series of tutorials and programs that focus on TradeStation Easy Language. As always, if you're not part of our email list, then go to markplex.com and you can join the email list there. So you're very welcome to follow along with this tutorial and make notes and reuse the program. If you're a Gold Pass member, I'm going to make it available so you can just copy and paste it. But essentially what we're doing in this tutorial is just looking at a very simple way that we can put a graphical mark on a chart at a specific level. And in the past I've often done this using just the text new capability of TradeStation. So you can see here that we've got a moving average plotted, and I've also just drawn an asterisk at that level. But what you'll notice if you look a little closely is the asterisk is not actually exactly at that level, and with text and letters, etc., the level of the symbol can move around in the vertical position. So it does have some disadvantages, although it's very simple. And often what I would do when I'm writing a program is I want to know, for example, where a stop loss is or where a target is or some other value that I'm calculating. By doing this, it gives us a very quick idea of where it's plotting on the chart, and you can then remove the text drawing object when you're actually running the program. So you could, for example, just delete it or just comment it out. What this tutorial is going to do is create a little function that draws an ellipse on the chart at the specific point, and what I've done is built this into a function, and we're calling the function here, and the function is called _tutorial 101. The first value here is the price level that we're passing to the function. This number here refers to the weight of the ellipse, and we can put in a value between 0 and 4. And then we've got two colors. The first color, in this case Alice Blue, this is referring to the fill color of the ellipse, and then the other input, in this case Midnight Blue, is the outside color or the border color. So that is the way we call this little function. Let's just have a look at the function itself. Oh, and incidentally, before we do that, let me just show you on the chart what this looks like. So you can see now that we've got these points drawn, and you can see if we were to zoom in, we've still got the plot. Incidentally, you can see that they're very accurate in terms of their vertical position. Okay, so let's go and look at the function that I've created, and the first thing you'll notice, we've got a couple of namespaces up here, and I know that we're going to be using these because we're doing using drawing objects, and these just mean that we can use various names in the namespace without having to include the namespace before them in each case. And then we've got four inputs. We've got the price level. This is the level that the drawing object is going to be drawn in terms of the price. We've got the weight, I already mentioned that, and that can be 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4. 0 being the smallest, 4 being the largest. And then we've got two fill color, or rather two colors, a fill color and a border color. And incidentally, just going back to the show me study that calls the function, you'll notice that these are put in double quotes. And if you go to the web page for this tutorial, what I've done is listed all the colors that you can use. What you could also do is, if you just go down here in the tutorial, or rather in the function, right click here, say definition of my ellipse color, and just make sure this can be seen on this video. And then if you just scroll down a little bit, you'll see here it says C color, and you'll then get a list of all the different colors as well. So you can use that, or you can use my list on the web page. Okay, so these are the inputs for the function. What we then do is we declare my ellipse as an ellipse type. We declare dt.1 as a date time point type. Then we create a date time point using dtPoint.create. and that's got two inputs. One, in this particular case, is the bar date time. That's the date time of the specific bar, and the second one is the price level, and that is coming from this user input. Then we create the ellipse, and we create it, needs two points there, but I've just used dt point 1 twice, as it were. I then add the ellipse to the chart, and then some of the attributes, and there's various attributes that you can set, but in this case we're just setting the color, the fill color, and the weight. You'll notice also that in setting the colors, we've used color dot from name, and then that's using the colors we've just referred to. And then because this is a function, we need to return a value for the function. In this case, I just set it arbitrarily to equal 1. Okay, so that is the function. This is the way you call the function. I'll include this on the web page, and then you can just see again the way it looks on the chart. And let me just go ahead and I'm just going to, in the show me study, I'm just going to change the weight to 0 just so you can get some idea. So what we can see is a very small dot. So if we actually go to the show me study, I'm just going to comment out the plot for a moment. In fact, what I'm also going to do is just change these two colors to white, like so, and now go to the chart, and you can see these little tiny dots there drawn at the particular level for each bar. Anyway, I hope you might find this useful. As I say, if you want to download it, you can do for a small fee, or otherwise for Gold Pass members you can copy and paste the program from a special Gold Pass area on the Tutorial 101 webpage. Thank you.